Good morning, Snippets. So I'm about to leave for work, and then once I have to bike to work today, and so then once I bike there, I'll change when I get there, and I'm gonna get gross and sweaty on the way, so that's why I've got my bike attire on, so that I don't have to get my work clothes all gross and bleh. I didn't wake up as early today as I wanted to. I wanted to try and get on my regular schedule of getting up at 6, since I have to be at work at 8, but I didn't get up today because I was since I got home later yesterday than I thought, I stayed up later than I thought I was going to, so hopefully tonight I can get on like a regular regimen. Today while I'm at work, I'm going to try and like catch up on schoolwork and vlog stuff and do actual work at work. So we'll see how much I can like catch up on stuff, and then tonight whenever I get home I'm going to try and unpack some more stuff and see how far I can get with that. But right now, I need to go to work, so let's go. Okay, so I'm on my lunch break now. It's a little bit after noon. So today at work, I was finishing up doing all the game stuff that I was doing on Friday because I left early on Friday, so I couldn't finish. So I just finished actually like right before lunch. So that took up like all of my morning because I was doing the slick events for like the first half of the morning, and then I was doing the games for the second half of the morning. And so I've been like super busy all day. And the new girl that's starting, the new student that's starting at 1:30, I think her name is Ashley. She starts today at 1:30. I'm gonna be responsible for training her partially as well. So that's gonna take up a lot of my afternoon. So I'm like, I gotta catch up on vlogs and school and unpacking my room. So like today has just been super busy, and I feel like it's gonna be even more busy like whenever I get home. And I'm gonna try and like force myself to be in bed by 10, 11 at the latest, because I need to get on a regular sleep schedule, because like it's summer, like I have no excuse to not be on a regular sleep schedule. So I have to just be as productive as I can and get as much as I can done today, and I guess just throughout the rest of the week. But I hate being so busy. So I'm going to get food at the stop right now because I didn't pack a lot. Like I don't have any food to bring like as lunches to work, so I need to buy some stuff that I can like take as lunches. But since I don't have anything right now, I'm going to get lunch at the sub, even though it costs like a ton of money. Whatever, I'm hungry. Okay, so I got Chick-fil-A for lunch today. I got a chicken sandwich with no pickle because I like pickles, but on a sandwich, that's just nasty. And I got fries, an apple, and a kiwi strawberry Snapple. And this might be one of the last times I can do this because it's really expensive. So I'm gonna have to like find an alternative lunch plan. But I mean, it worked for today. So this is, I wish I could afford to eat this every day because this is so good, but it's not healthy. Like I really need to eat healthier, but as of right now, this is what I get. Okay, so I just got off of work. I've changed back into my ride bike home clothes. So I'm gonna be biking home, and then whenever I get home, I need to eat food, and then I still have a lot of stuff I have to catch up on because I didn't do much schoolwork today. So I need to catch up on schoolwork and vlog stuff and unpacking, and I also need to go to bed at a reasonable time, and I'll explain more of this later, but because it's kind of hot right now. So I think I'm gonna just worry about biking home, and then we can chat after I get back. But yeah, I gotta make this bike trek again. I'm gonna be doing this all summer, so I guess I should get used to it. Okay, so I just made it home. The bike ride was hard today because it all of a sudden got super windy whenever I decided to start biking, and the wind was blowing like right in my face, and so I was having to pedal like twice as hard as I normally do, and I thought I was never gonna make it home, but I made it. I'm more beat up than usual. Plus, like as I was biking down the road, some guy started running like right in front of me, and I was like, I can't let this running guy outrun me on my bike, so I had to like bike extra hard, and I was like, I'm gonna beat you, Mr. Runner. And so that wore me out even more. I'm so stupid. Oh, I'm tired. I need to eat something. I also need to change clothes and get less gross because I feel disgusting right now. I don't have any meal food yet because I haven't been to the grocery store to buy anything, so I'm betting on like snacks right now and like ramen and rice. That's what I'm living off of right now until probably this weekend whenever I can go to the grocery store. So, I mean, I have snacks to last me like a year, so I mean, that helps, but I just want real food. Okay, so I'm trying really hard not to fall asleep right now because I'm trying to like relax, but not like I wanted to lay down on my bed and be productive or relax, but I know that if I lay down on my bed, I'm gonna fall asleep. So I'm like, how can I relax and not fall asleep? So I'm trying to like sit down on the couch and relax, but like still be productive. Like I'm trying to edit videos so that I don't fall asleep because there's still stuff I have to do yet tonight before I go to bed, and I need to go to bed by 9 or like I need to start getting ready for bed by 9 or 10. And it's 6:40 right now, so I'm just like, ugh, I just want to sleep. I'm starting today going through my summer schedule that I sent to Zeb and Grant to help keep me accountable for, and part of that summer schedule is something called Don't Break the Chain, which I will talk more about probably in like a random Snips video. But basically, Don't Break the Chain is like things that you commit to do every day, and you don't want to like break the cycle. You want to do it every day without breaking it. Zeb, Grant, and I made like 3 categories of things that we wanted to do to try and like stay like committed to improvement of life this summer. I don't know exactly how to explain it, but we have 3 categories that we've like based our summer schedules around: mental, physical, and spiritual. I made a calendar listing like all the stuff in the different categories that I want to do, involving like reading certain books and like getting involved in church in specific ways, and like going on like being active 30 minutes every day, and like doing a workout once a week, and just, you know, like things, stuff like that. So I also made like a Don't Break the Chain chart for like one in each of the categories. So for mental, I did read a book for 30 minutes a day, because I have 5 books that I want to get through this summer, and I already made out a reading schedule of like when I need to finish what book, and I'll finish them all by the end of the summer, and it's like reasonable stuff. It's like 10 pages a day, or like 10 to 15. I'm not exactly sure exactly how many pages it is, but it's not a lot. Like, it's very doable if I like keep up with it. And then in my physical category, I want to be active for at least 30 minutes a day, and usually that involves like my 15 minutes biking to and from work, and so that's very feasible. And so then on the days I don't ride my bike, I have to find other ways to be active. And then on Saturdays and Sundays, like I want to do like a workout on Saturdays for an hour, and then on Sundays I'll just have to like find ways to be active. And then in my spiritual category, I just did 2, it's 3. In my spiritual category, I wanted to have a devotional time every day for at least 45 minutes. And I slept in this morning. I want to try and do it in the mornings, but I slept in this morning because I stayed up really late last night, like working on stuff. So I'm trying to go to, like, I need to make time to do my 30 minutes of reading a book and my 45 minutes of my devotional time yet tonight. And I also want to try and go to bed on time, because I need to start like getting on a good sleep schedule, because come the school year, like it might get all messed up again. So I like need to be good at doing that now, while I like don't have a legitimate excuse for not getting good sleep. So anyway, I'll go more into depth in those things later, but basically, to sum that all up, I'm trying to like be proactive in those things and not fall asleep. Plus, I still have school stuff I have to get done, because I'm starting to slightly fall behind in school, and I cannot afford to fall behind in school, because this is a mini semester and it goes so fast, and if you fall behind, you will not catch up. So I'm like kind of overwhelmed about that, but it's all going to be okay. Okay, so I ended up like half falling asleep for like 30 minutes or so, and then Grant was sending me a lot of text messages, and then it woke me up, and I was like, oh. So he's texting me right now, actually. Grant and I just got off the phone with Grant. We talked on the phone for about 30 minutes or so, and we were just talking about I'm not going to delve into his personal situation, but he's dealing with some stuff right now. Like, a lot of times he'll go to Zeb for things, which is fine, and that's good, because that's the kind of role that Zeb plays in his life. But this is one of those things that he can't really go to Zeb about, because it involves him. So he's like, I'm somebody on the outside of the situation for him that he can talk to. And plus, Zeb is in El Salvador anyway, so even if he wanted to talk to him, he really couldn't. So Grant and I were just talking about his situation, and I think like basically like the main message of our phone call was just like, I was just trying to like reaffirm him with words that like God has complete control over his whole situation, and like there's going to be a lot of hurt going in the future, but just remembering that you're in a fight, and Satan's going to do all that he can to tempt you and bring back negative feelings, but you have to be aware that that's going to happen and be prepared to fight against it. You have to remember too that you're like in a fight, because a lot of times we can forget that like we're in this war with ourselves, because we'll be like at peace in a situation, then we'll let our guard down, and then that's whenever Satan comes back and attacks you, is whenever you let your guard down. So you have to remember that you're in this daily fight in whatever situation it is in your life. So I was just trying to reaffirm him for that, and then I think that also was good for me too. So I haven't talked about this situation in a little while, because it hasn't been as big of a deal the past week or so, but my whole like friendship issue with Grant and Zeb, I guess I can update you a little on how I'm feeling in that area. So it hasn't been as big of a deal as it was like the last month of school. I think the distance like of summer has really helped, like the physical distance between all of us, and I think that's really helped a lot with things. I think I've learned kind of by this point where my relationship with Zeb stands, and now I just like eagerly look forward to the future for in building like a good friendship with him going into the future, and I'm excited for the friendship that we can build. So that's where I've kind of landed with that. But with Grant, I consider him like my closest guy friend, because he's someone that like I can tell anything to, and I have told everything to, and he's someone that I can just like be silly with and be completely ridiculous with and stay up till like 2 a.m. telling childhood stories for no reason with. Like that's the kind of role he plays in my life, and I think he's just really special to me. And so it's just like, as you guys have heard me tell you endless times, like it's just been frustrating whenever like he holds such a special place in my heart, but I don't have the same role in his life. And I think that I just have to like remind myself that God places specific people in our lives to play different roles. And while I was growing distant from everyone this year, but specifically I guess in this situation, Grant, God put Zeb in his life, and they've formed a brotherhood that is so beautiful and so God-honoring, and I love it. And I don't want to have any like negative feelings towards that relationship or anything like that. And so I just have to like constantly remind myself every day, like I still serve a purpose in Grant's life, and while it may not be the same role as Zeb's, and it may not be the same role that I want it to be, it's the role that God wants me in my life, because it's part of a whole bigger picture in the end. And I just have to be okay with the fact that God has a better plan than I do, and just relinquishing control of the situation to him, because in the end I don't have the answers and God does. So that's something that I just have to like remind myself every day, because whenever I don't remind myself of that, I get so consumed in my own thoughts and my own like self-pity, and Satan will start to tell me lies, and I'll just feel so many negative feelings. But then whenever I like come back to God and his will for my relationships and my life and his plan for my life and everything, I just feel so much more at peace and at rest. And that's a nice feeling. So anyway, that's a little bit of an update on how that situation is. Sorry if that didn't make any sense. I'm not making much of any sense today in anything I'm saying. I've just been like spouting out words for the past few hours. Part of it is because I'm so tired. Part of it is because I have so much I know I need to do. Yeah, I need to get some work done. I need to do some more stuff before I go to bed, but I also need to go to bed before midnight, because I am not allowed to stay up late anymore. I have to go to bed. Okay, so I actually like took the time to keep up, and I read my 30 minutes that I said I was going to for today, and now I'm editing one more video. I edited and rendered Thursday's video, and now I'm editing Friday's video, and I'm gonna let this render while I do my devotional time, and then I'm gonna go to bed because I'm sleepy. There's just so much more I need to do, but like I'm not gonna be productive if I do it tonight, and I have to start forcing myself to go to sleep. So I need to go to bed, but first I need to finish editing this and let it render it while I do my quiet time, and then I can sleep. Okay, so it's late, but I do want to show you something. I was telling you about the whole like the calendars and the don't bring the chain thing and stuff. So I have listed here. Actually, I need to mark off. I just did one today for devotional time, so I need to mark off the 19th. But I have one made for reading a book. I marked that off. And I have one for being active, and I marked that off. Hopefully I can not break my chain and keep this going. So that's my goal. I need to go to bed because I'll be up early tomorrow. I'm tired, so I will see you guys tomorrow for at least another minute. Good night.